World of YouTube, world of terrible sight here. Tonight we're going over once again with a little detailed photo of the Henry BEDARD case. There's been questions of was there snow and footprints that has come up. I've actually been talking to someone. What do you see? Has been emailing me stuff. One of these pictures they emailed is this one, the actual footage of a police officer, I believe, poking at maybe the body of Henry BEDARD. I tried going over these pictures and seeing if I could see anything, but my eyes, when they get around leaves and stuff, is not good. I mean, there's stuff there that I could probably be overlooking. I mean, I'm colorblind when it comes to stuff like that, especially in black and white pictures. I'm not good because my damn eyesight with the colorblind stuff really sucks. But right here, as you can plainly see, this picture right here tells all that there was no snow. It must have been a mild winter that December in '74. And as you can see, the leaves are fully on the ground. So for cops to get any identification of footprints, impossible. I have yet to see some stuff from What Do You See? I don't want to reveal names, but and I don't want to reveal this thing now because, for one, I got to make sure she knows that I do not know Henry BEDARD Sr. I have not gotten a chance, even if I could, I don't know if I could, talk to him about this case. I know one thing I was sent was one of the original pieces of newspaper article. And it was very, very, very interesting. I'll tell you that right now. Actually, but once again, I'd like to show this. Just to show you what it looked like at the crime of the scene. At that December of '74. As you can see, absolutely nothing. I forgot all about that video that I watched from 2005. Channel 5 and Chronicles is what this is off of. I'm gonna go this way. And this was the 40th anniversary in 2005, I believe. And as you can see, like I said, nothing there. I hope I download it. Prick. I'm hoping I did something right. Download right here. Right here. Boom. This right here is very interesting. Bat found near body of Henry E. BEDARD Jr., 15. And I'm going to go over a mapping of this too because, shit, people in here tonight. God damn it. There's all these factories. I swear, when I first moved into this neighborhood, there was nobody in these factories working at night. Now there's everybody working at night. Goddamn people, get in my way. But anyways, as you can see right here, police said Chief William J. Carlin said the same type used by the high school baseball team. Now this right here is a huge, to me, breaking the case. And the question is, was them goddamn bats at the place? Now I was going over this with my wife, but sometimes I start rambling. She don't give a damn what I'm saying. But she was actually getting interested in this case. And then by this point I was telling her, And she wasn't listening by this point, but who cares? But if you think about it, back in the day, right, when baseball teams were in school, there's not a lot of them around these days, but when they are in school, and I'm for sure back in these days, they had to have taken a bat count of how many bats they had, in case, a student get all wisecracking and steal it. That's my question. Was a bat stolen? Was there ever a count? And then again, maybe if someone with this bat, because this bat's a big clue, is right, and they're talking about how the bat could have been, someone's calling card with the branding on the bottom of the bat, what they scratched in. Also, I think the branding also, and they said that in that Chronicle thing too, but I think the most branding part of the bat was Henry's name on it, which was Hank Aaron's name. But anyways, as I'm saying, this is crazy, because you gotta think, where if this came from the school, was it looked at into? It never says it in the article. It never says they went to the school to check bats being stolen. They never went to sporting goods stores around the area to see if the bat was bought anywhere. And that's a big thing right there to me, where they bought the bats from. And if the school buys bats, all right, from a manufacturer, whether it be a goddamn friggin' sporting goods store or the batting place itself, that should be all documented, and this bat should be friggin' numbered or accounted for within the damn team. But the only thing that they said that I forgot, like I said, I forgot I watched that a while back. And I think I watched it like 3 or 4 years ago. But what they say in this video is the younger brother, said maybe a father did this, but listen to this. The girl that went out with Henry BEDARD and even went with her to the 8th grade dance used to walk her home. Henry used to get picked on by other kids. She said they really, really didn't like him because he walked her home. This is going all back to what I said. Someone was very jealous that Henry was with this girl, and I think the kid had enough seeing her with him. That's what I think. And if it was a bat from the school, man, that's the question. Were they accounted for? But the brother was saying, oh no, the girlfriend was saying that, yeah, somebody could have been, jealous of him, or they didn't like him. She kept saying that. And that's what I think it's gone on to be. That's what I think happened. Whatever that kid did, and what I label Henry BEDARD Jr. as, was a very awesome, charmer. And as you can see, here he is walking a girl home, going to a school dance, buying his sister perfume. You can just imagine what the kid did for his mother at the time. All this stuff. The charmer. Just a boy that, liked to be, polite. And just way too more polite than other kids seem. And he used to get picked on for that. And that's just friggin' insane. That's bullying right there. And sometimes bullies lead to, what? A goddamn killer. Shut up. Shut up. Come on. Hey, shut up. But yeah, as I get deeper into the story and now go on my own of saying, that there was something more sinister here, and this kid was ambushed. The bat and where it came from is the question. Is the most important key of evidence, and for that being not looked into back then, which I don't think it was, I don't think it was. Is just, baffling to me. I was thinking about calling the head of the detective on this, and mind you, the head detective is the son of the original head detective. And I don't know if he's gonna talk to me or not, but I definitely want to try and get something in of my thoughts and theories of this guy. So, he'll, maybe I can help. I don't know. But I know one thing, just these few pictures that were given to me and going back to that video and just recapping on everything that I've said and everything that's been said. The only thing that hasn't been said yet is, what the hell was I gonna say? Oh, shit. I gotta go back to another picture. As you can see some things here. Here's a close-up of the picture of what the end of the stick is being poked at. I know these leaves over here made a face. As you can see right there. Evil face. How ironic is that? I did another video on the tragedy story of the nightclub that burned down with the Great White Band in Rhode Island or Connecticut. They have a memorial there. And when I covered that video, no lie, I was watching the fire itself as it burned, and a skull face emerged from the fire. And now looking at this picture, this face emerges. Dark, evil entity face. Right where the body, I believe, to be found of Henry Bedard. This is a picture that they took out from the Chronicle TV show that day. And right there, it looks like some big rock, which there is rocks up in that. As you can see in my video that I made, it's hard to tell which rock this is. And I don't know, but I know something was very strange when also I didn't mention this, but when I went to the DPW yard that day and I wanted to go up through the hill that way, and they show in the video the same place I was pointing, the same place that I was pointing where Henry Bedard walked up the side of that goddamn hill. They wouldn't let me walk up there. How bizarre is that? I forgot to mention that. But now that this is all coming out with some new details in my head, it's getting stranger by the minute. I'm still to look at some stuff, like I said, from What Can You See? But I haven't got what they said they found yet to check it out. These pictures, are very, very just disturbing. And the only thing I was saying that wasn't mentioned in this story, I believe, I think this was one of Henry's friends up there revisiting the hill. But, yeah, it's just friggin' crazy. Crazy. Let me see something over here. And the very thing of this damn friggin'... Yeah, the only thing that wasn't mentioned pretty much in this was about Henry's name on the back, which I keep saying is very important, but they were just talking about the encrypting on the bottom of the bat. It was a 31-inch bat. I did get that right in one of my videos. Couldn't tell with the friggin' writing on it. But they were also saying that it could be a Roman numeral, it could be a letter. It does look more like a Roman numeral. But it also looks like what I say is this thing right here. This kind of reminds me of what's on the bottom of that bat. And mind you, this came out in the 1979 or 1980 movie, which I mentioned before. With Kiefer Sutherland's father in it. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Now, whatever the case may be on this bat and why this person did this. I mean, yeah, they started saying in that chronicle, oh, this is his calling card. But like I said, they didn't mention about Henry's name on that bat, which I think is more important than the thing on the bottom of the bat. It's crazy. And just to think, right, on what they didn't mention, that's what I wanted to say in Chronicle. They didn't mention nothing about that bat being found and being the same bat that was in the schools. That's what I wanted to say, too. That's where I was going with that. They never mentioned that in the Chronicles thing. So, what lies in the grave with Henry and in the spirit world? I know one thing, I'm going back there on the day he was killed. That's in December. And I mean, not the day when the body was found, the day before. Because it wasn't found until the next day. And this really just blows my mind also to find these images of the bat. You know, and finding out that it matched something in the friggin' schools. So, if there was never a count on the bats on the baseball team, or ever looked in to see if any of them bats were all like this style, you know, that right there is a mess up to me. A very mess up. A mess up in the investigation. Because if it was bought by the school, then they could have done a count, maybe. But then again, if surveillance wasn't in the school at the time, not like today, like it should be. Back then, yeah, I don't think they had much surveillance. Probably didn't have nothing in 74. But if there was ever a break-in the school, or someone seen someone walk into the sport locker room, you know, that's the main thing. If there wasn't a break-in into the school, that means someone literally walked up out of that school with the bat. So I mean, that right there maybe could be something. Maybe someone can be a witness and say, I saw that person that day heading to the locker room. But then again, if they snuck in there with no one seeing them, end of the day, janitors working maybe, well then, you know, you can't do nothing about that. But see what I mean? There's always something to spawn off of something evil like this and think and do some time, you know, re-sparking memories. And that's what I'm here to try and do. Give my thoughts, theories, ideas. And that's all I do in my videos is try to re-spark a memory. So that being said, this bat issue's really got me now, because if there was a bat in the school taken, I mean, yeah, then that mean a local kid did it. Someone was tired of Henry Bedard's charmness. They had enough seeing him, you know, probably with this one pretty girl that he had. They had enough. And maybe this pretty girl maybe You know, I was about to wonder if the girlfriend there ever got asked out by kids that she can remember, and the one that seemed the more off. I mean, that's something I would like to ask her, if there was like somebody there that really, really gave her the creeps of asking her out. Gave her the creeps. You know, think about it. This is what I'd be asking as an investigator, or anybody. But only time will tell. And if I do happen to be able to get an interview, ask these questions, I'm going to try it. But until then, be safe, take care, always beware. There's things like this, you never know. You'll never know. Out.